has just popped up on Tumblr. Roll it here in a little video. I'll keep you company while you build an aesthetic queue. Yes. I have washed this. It's a Totoro onesie. I have washed this. Just, I know that there's probably some concern about that. I haven't been wearing it for a solid week. So if you're wondering, Dan's style tips of this Tuesday, the Cancer t-shirt on the inside, that is not even a related spot. But it is related to lots of things. Wasn't into... So hey, how are you? What's up? Let me know in a word how you're feeling right now, because Dan then dead, said Katie. Gold, said Autumn. Nice. Shook. Ugh. Thursday. Tired, said Geordie. Hashtag dares, said GB Answer. Tired, peaceful, said Elise. Good, peaceful, good word. Cold, said Jenny. Trash, says Tasha Pay. Triggered, says Jordan. Fifths, Katie. Craftifying, said somebody. Wonderful. Solipsistic. Holy fuck. That confetti thing was like super obnoxious that I just saw there, but thank you for the confetti. Yo Happy and Deshanis Plan 2's birthday today. Wonderful. Well, happy Thursday of you. I said Tuesday. Did I say Tuesday? I have no concept of space. This isn't Tuesday. This is Thursday. And the reason I'm doing this today is because quite a cool... This is the first live show I've done since the Tatinof movies came out, right? Is that like a big deal? Do we have like a to talk again? I was saying this last week to me and Phil. You know, this Dan and Phil stage show thing has been our entire lives for like a year and a half. We don't even know what to say. We don't even know what's like new information or what's interesting or anything, just because our brains have just been turned to jelly by it. So I'm sure you're probably like, there's this like obviously interesting thing that we should talk about. I don't know. My life is just like a waterfall flowing helplessly off the edge of a flat Earth in an unexplainable universe. Why not jump in there, Alicia? I mean, it's one of those things that it's only happening because people are talking about it. I haven't seen any videos of people hurting scary clowns. So many videos of people just throwing things at scary clowns. So if you're somebody considering and again more likely to get attacked by any angry guy walking past you than you are to shook somebody that you're walking past. Wonderful. Is doing well on the charts, said Cecile. Is that a thing? There's a lot of Tatinof. Dapgo. I don't think if works. Tour, said somebody. Okay. So Europe. The thing is, Europe. Anything, we knew it was definitely happening, because when it's so in the balance, you wouldn't want to drop a hint and then it falls apart. So we've not wanted to talk about it. I'll just say that if we were to hypothetically mention Europe at some point, Dan, say hi to me. Said Tanisha. Hello, Tanisha. How you doing? Hi, Dan. How are you? Said RT. Speaking of him, Frankie Aero. Hope he gets better soon. Cars, man, dangerous. I bought your new single saying onesie because it's warm. It's officially got cold in the UK, which is a good thing. It's a great thing. I love the cold, and this is so comfortable, honestly. One random in this house, we have a lion one, two dinosaur ones, a Tigger one, Charmander one. There's probably some more, so many. It's just disturbing, to be honest. So that's why I'm wearing that. So yeah, cat's out of the bag now. A year of trying to not have people spoil it for other people. And now it's out there. So, I don't know, what you... Shook, Sid Gonzalez, did it do any... Did anyone like it, or were you just shook? Loved it, shook. Loved it. I got emotional. Yeah! So, I hope you liked it. You know, the whole point of it was supposed to be our videos turned into a real life entertaining experience for the people that came to see the show, because you know that's the point of going to see a show. You're supposed to be like entertained, but then it's celebration slash road of the past 6 years of Dan and Phil, all the references you love and hate up in your face, and songs to upset. Theatre was gigantic. The Dolby Theatre in Hollywood, it was gigantic. In the documentary movie, a few of the clips that are used in it are from the London Palladium, and it looks so small, it's insane. There were only like 1,000 less people than one, but small at that stage, and it looks like this gigantic arena. It's insane. It looked good and stuff. Shout out to me and Phil, who spent literally a week going through the entire show from start to finish, looking at 11 camera angles that filmed everything at the same time, and picking the best one for literally every single second of the movie. It took a very long time, but it's good. What's your favourite camera? My one is the one that is from behind us. Yeah, that's good. Did you enjoy Denver? Denver I couldn't breathe in Denver. It was funny and distressing. I'd go back just for the novelty of it. Wanna name my stuffed sheep, said Emma Bennett. Wreck me music for my B-Day, please. I mean, I was actually going to look... I've been tweeting me that recently. It's pronounced Bon Iver. There we go. It's found out. But the song that you should listen to is here by Dan and Phil. So there we go. Now, the cat's out of the bag. Dan and Phil's stage show, Ensical. That was just, we thought that Guess the Crime. The idea of that would be hilarious, but then the story of it in the show is that Phil really wants to do it, and I keep being a narc because no, he's never tried before, and I'm like, no, that's a terrible idea, we should just stick to being YouTubers. But at the end, we learned some kind of important lessons about ourselves and life, and I go, fuck it, and then we sing a song. So we knew that only the people that had seen the show would understand what the hell this song is, but when... Here we go. Here we go. When the charity Stand Up to Cancer contacted us, it's in America and the UK and in lots of countries around the world, and the point of it is to raise money for cancer research, and it's a great charity because the money raised goes directly to funding clinical trial of one cure. So it's a really, really great charity because it's directly funding experimental cures for, is it called, like, translational donations or something crazy. So it's a good one. He shot in every time. They did one on YouTube. So they decided that YouTube, our community, us guys, were in that using show, and it was good. We gave away some tickets for it and some stuff last year. Yeah, but when they came to us again, and they were like, "What idea ever?" Because there's this song in our stage show, and it's not like a real song. It only makes us pop because while some of the lyrics are kind of generic and relatable, a lot of it and the structuring it only a song from Hamilton and put it on the radio. Well, you could because they're amazing, but you know it makes better sense that it's called. We guys, after it came out, would want the song to listen to, and that people would just download from. Wouldn't it be good if there was a proper version, like a proper instrumental studio version? So we on our stage show and release it as a charity single, which is insane. I'm sorry about all these surprises. Okay, I think probably the big surprise of the year left. I don't think there's any other things that are really like surprises. They're just, I don't know, but maybe like 2 months ago, which was crazy. And yeah, is there anything you guys want to ask crazy stuff? People show did, but it was worth it to raise money for charity. So some people are like, you know, if Dan and Phil song, I don't understand why it's so classical. Like, they literally don't understand that it's a song from a stage show, which, you know, it's important to get people. So if you want to donate some money for cancer research, which is really good, it's only 17p. It's on iTunes and Google Play. The profits go directly to funding cancer research by cancer, and it's one of those things that it wasn't a big deal 200 years ago when everybody was dying of tuberculosis and whatever, but now going forward it's one of the uncrackable illnesses that too many people suffer from. So it's really good, and if you're going to convince your parents to buy something because you don't have your own money, then 79p for cancer research is probably the thing. Forget all the merch and all that crap. Just buy the song on iTunes. And yeah, this Saturday on YouTube, I want to get the dates right because that'll be bad. There is the Stand Up to Cancer YouTube live stream where loads of YouTubers, all your faves, Dan and Phil, Zoella, Joe and Casper, like literally a million YouTubers are taking part in a live stream Saturday. Looking for the time, I think it's from 2 or 4? I don't know. It's in the afternoon, and everybody is giving away some things. So tune into that, because if you like is in good. Maddie says, I'm just gonna like jump drastically between things we do, so we'll see. Maddie Dazzledan says, how are you liking American Horror Story? Yeah, like it's still getting good and it's exciting in TV. The one criticism I'd say is that it was really slow at the start. Like it took a while to get into, and it was very teasing, and it didn't want to give you blah blah. And I was like, you know, poor America. So I'm gonna watch it no matter what. But me and Phil just finished watching Stranger Things. That's right, finally got round to it. The reason we hadn't watched Stranger Things because we were right in the middle of watching that Battlestar Galactica show that I was telling you about last week, so we didn't want to start it. So we finally got around to watching Stranger Things. Yeah, like, that was one of the best things in a very long time. It was really good, wasn't it? Like, comparing American Horror Story to Stranger Things, like, you know, Stranger Things, you watch one episode, you're hooked. It's ruining your entire life, and then you just want to finish the entire season in one day. That's how good it is. So really, nothing has an excuse when Stranger Things is as good as Stranger Things. Was just like a thing. Scary. It's not scary, I wouldn't think. There's a scary monster in it, but there's not really any jump scares, and there's not that many stressful situations. I think if you're somebody that doesn't like horror and scary things, you can watch it. There is a monster in it, but it's not particularly violent and horrible, so I think you'll cope with it. And really endearing characters, and you'll love it. So, yeah. Play more Undertale, said Gay Dead Cass. We will. We're going to finish it after Spooky Week. We think the next video up on the gaming channel might be a Dill. We'll see. He's got to have his honeymoon. We just left him in bed. Cheek Dan, that's just you. It's because it's really... Hello. If I turn this up, I just get skin patches. It's because I'm wearing this warm onesie. There we go. How's your day been? I'm cold, lol. Yeah, it was good. Yesterday it was funny. So, a thing is with putting a song on iTunes, like literally Beyonce. The way it works is a song will go live on iTunes at midnight. It can take up 19 hours to be available in every country in the world. So we had this situation where we wanted to release the song, but we didn't want to talk about it as soon as it was up. Could be out in like these. So we knew that you were going to find it, but we didn't want to talk about it and be like, hey, we got a song. If half the people that could have donated some money to charity would go or whatever. But we just had to go to sleep knowing that everyone would realise. And then we woke up and everyone was like, ah. Monday morning, me and Phil were like, ah. Time for a morning. What's happening on the... So, all you guys, woke up and we were like #1 in like 7 countries, which was hilarious. We topped loads. I don't know how the official charts work for anything anymore because of streaming and whatever, but on iTunes we were in Swiddy charts. We briefly were in the UK and then stayed at #2, and we were in the top 10 in America above Ariana Grande, which is just mental. So thank you, all of you guys. The warm fuzzy feeling in your stomachs that we helped give some money to a good charity. Yeah, I bought it even before you uploaded the video. Boo, boo, boo. Say hi to the box. The box? No one calls it the BG90, then Hungry for Worms with the GIF as their picture. What wonderfully there. Hey, how you doing? Sing Danger Men at Work. Okay, so Danger Men at Work is an iconic song that we could have released as the charity single, to be honest. That we did melody. It was da 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 da, and it's just that. Basically, an easy version I used to do when I was a theatre kid is to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's funny because you end up going like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, and then you keep doing it until it loops. but Jimmy, guy who helped compose our song, the internet, is like, you should do it with the words "danger men at work," and it's like hard mode. So if you ever want to like mentally challenge yourself, what you do is you take the phrase "danger men at work." The patriarchy, what can I say? It's just everywhere. We need some representation up in these singing exercises. And you apply it to that melody, so you go, danger men at work, danger at work, danger, and then you keep going until it goes round. And it's funny, because Phil, to this day, has never done it. He's literally never, ever done it one correctly. I can do it, and that's good. Good for you and your coordination. Why did they make you tan in the photo? Yeah, so YouTube, along with the, exploding out of a microwave and a llama with top hats on, and various other photos that we took in our photo shoot, took a whole bunch in gold jackets, and they were like, okay, we'll, I think I got it right here, edit one for you for the single cover, and this, it didn't look as bad when we saw it, but when I went on YouTube, and YouTube videos make things a bit dark, I don't know if this, but they'd have made me, like, orange. Like, a big thing is that me and Phil always make... But this was, that's some serious brown sugar right there. And it's not necessarily just the fact that you can add more, less flaws or whatever, but they literally, like, erased all of my skin. I just look like a nose, a mouth, and eyes floating in, like, a weird orange abyss. So thanks people from who made that ease. Good cause. So you know what? Let's not complain. Release the Ladders EP as well, please. Still, we need something down the pipeline. Otherwise, it's not going to be a pop career, is it? That's the thing. You look like wax figures on the cover, said King Nina. Speaking of wax, body great, dripping Justin Bieber chest on point. The face a bit weird. Just gonna say, I thought the face was a bit weird. Wow, I'm late, said Graced 5123. 5123 45123 45123 45123 Okay, I'm not gonna do that all the time. Are you watching AHS? Yup. Still holding out for the Evan. Forget homework, said Ponies. Don't listen. That person in the chat is a bad influence. Oh my god. It's 7 AM and I haven't slept yet. You're going to be a mess when you wake up. Just go now. It's not worth it. It's literally not it. So, in Dan's darting live stream of a million topics, what are we going to talk about now? We're going to talk about anime. That's what we're going to talk about. So, 3 things. 1, Haikyuu came back. What is that? It's an anime, a Japanese cartoon about a high school volleyball club, and it's amazing, and it's really very exciting. It's so good. Phil is upset because a stereotype is they way too long just showing like games. What people want drama stuff, they don't really just want sports all the time. So Phil didn't enjoy the last season that much because it was a bit sport heavy, and it seemed entire like season of it is just going to be one game of volleyball slowly dragged out across like 10 episodes or whatever. So that's good, but this is more important. Okay, there is an anime called Yuri on Ice, which is about ice skating. It's an ice skating anime. A woman that produces it or draws it is known for doing things that are a bit homoerotic. I don't know anything about that, but I also heard from people that it was good. So I gave it a watch, and it's really good. It's great. So it's great animation. It's about a Japanese ice skater who started ice skating because he was inspired by this Russian amazing world champion ice skater, and then he kind of flunks out of the world championships and gets really depressed. And it's about his life. Well drawn, and it was very exciting. The end of it, if the people, the very niche people have seen the episode, that got like a bit like ridiculous fan service, and like the first 20 minutes of the show was so good. I want it to be like serious, and then the end like a skating anime and something that could possibly be really gay. Check out Yuri on Ice with a dad joke. Oh my god, what's Phil's horrendous? You know Phil's favorite joke that's just horrific. Okay, you know what I said to him? Badminton. That's the entire and why they're tips for an American coming to England. Relax, because there's a big right. People are kind of rude, but they're chill. So if somebody that's what I'm just thinking. It depends where you go. In London, people just like walk past you like you don't exist. It's cold, might rain all the time. Yeah, you'll have a good time. How are you, Danny boy? Hi, Kyla. I'm good. I'm warm and present. Thanks for high advice for that right now. Put it in a meat grinder, and then no, just bury it. Okay. Hello, my fave pop star. Yep, that's the thing now. Bumped all your faves off the charts yesterday. You're welcome. Come to Argentina, maybe. Okay, let's wait. I feel like the Tatinof movie coming out, and the documentary, and the song, it's a big deal. Is there anything you want to ask about it that's, like, interesting? What's your favourite burger restaurant in LDN? Gourmet Burger Kitchen do good burgers, and they accommodate for vegans. Okay, you're still in the onesie. Still in the onesie. Yep, the cake. Haha. So, as you'll have seen, the fanfiction options, for those of you who didn't come to see the show, it was literally chosen by the audience every night. Most of the time, it was Cowboys and Camping. A lot of the time, it was Pirates and Space. No one ever chose cake. But we do have the footage. Hard to make the entry, said Raven. It was hard because there was so much to talk about, though, so much to tell, and we decided we wanted to do it in an hour-long documentary, because an hour documentary is it would be a bit self-indulgent. So we thought, hey, let's fit it into an hour. And what the problem with sitting down a long time ago with the people that helped us produce it and telling them what we wanted and then film okay, because the whole point of it was just real. So we just had to be there, being ourselves, and there we go. It went in. Astute viewers among you will notice that about a third of the clips in it are filmed on a green screen, because we got out of the theatre on the day that we were filming it in front of the stage. But yeah, it was cool. Who played Dill? Dill Becker. Yes. It's time for Dan to start going outside again. There's a couple things, like the charity stream, so I need to look presentable. Phil's magic show, though. Yep, that was good. There was a different version of magic show in the UK trick where he had, like, a cloche, which one of those things that butlers put food in when, you know, when the butler is like, here's, it's like, look, it's filled with popcorn, and he'd throw popcorn into the audience, and good, and then I'd throw Maltesers into the audience, and there was another one about a flying hamster that always broke, and it's been a year since Tatinof Glasgow. I know, that's crazy. So in we had the idea February when we started coming up with ideas for the show, and then we were thinking about it more over the day, and it was rehearsed. In my mind, I was like, The Amazing Book Is Not on Fire come out. Kind of underestimated how long it takes to make a stage show and then also go around the world doing it. So in my head, I really thought the tour would be over by 2015. And here I am now, a year after the first tour date. Hashtag get Phil. Do you think Phil has time for you losers? Oh, you're full of yourselves, as if Phil wants to speak to you, dorks. When we'll get the next single, we're waiting for Nicki Minaj to respond about a guest verse on Danger Men at Work, and then we'll finally drop it. But we're gonna let you know about that. School is stressing me out. Help! You've only got 2 months left. No, nothing. When's like October half term? Isn't like a week? When's your next break from? When's your next freedom period? Everyone that currently isn't in school, yeah, you might be in your early 20s, struggling and think about how terrified you're not at school anymore. It's right now. Midterms are right now. Well, congrats on midterms, and happy next week for all the dorks in the UK. And Senpai Crafter said Christmas break. RIP. Wow, where TF is the cake scene, bitch? What cake scene? I don't know what you're talking about. I got a puppy, named it Miko, said Nitnat. Miko. Interesting. Pretty cool. Come here, Miko. Who wrote the fanfiction, said Alebra. Who do you think wrote literally everything in the entire show? There was no one else helped in any way, okay? Me and Phil did everything. Our director Ed was there to tell us how to turn it into a stage experience, where to stand, how to not the things, but ways to make things seem more exciting. But the whole people were like, who wrote the fan fiction? Who wrote the song? Read it. I don't know if that's anything to be proud of, or if that's anything to be deeply ashamed of, to be honest. Whose idea was the musical number? The musical number was my idea, but and the magic was Phil's idea, and then we all did it. It was funny because the people we spoke to, I'm sure you know them in the documentary, Ed and Jimmy, we were like, we want to do a musical number, and they were like, okay, Dan and Phil, you've never written a song before. How's about you tell us your idea for what the song should be about, and then I can get a friend of mine who composes for Broadway, and he can come up with some lyrics for you. And we were like, okay, well, the song, it needs to like reference what happened in the show, but the point of it is that we've been trying to live without the internet, and then we get it back at the end, so we're kind of like happy, and then we what we it's joking, we can't live without the internet, and we were like, okay, let's see what happens, and what this guy came back with, you'd die, you'd actually physically die from reading it. Like, imagine if you asked your uncle or your least favourite teacher try, and it was literally like, when I wake up, I go on Twitter, the internet is my friend, and we were like, no, this has no irony. Abort! Melting. Phil, there's no time. This is the lyrics to the song. And I was like, everything's ruined. So what I did was, I was like, okay, Phil, They're being haters. They don't think we can do it. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to take what I think the lyrics should be and just cram them into the song. And I did that, but it kind of didn't fit. But I knew that I was like, I need to show these people, like, how to have a sense of humour. Otherwise there's going to be a disaster. And then I showed it to them and they were like, this doesn't fit in the song. And I was like, well, bitch, we are all going to sit around a table right now for 5 hours fitting it in. And then we did. We sat around for 5 hours. The rhyming something with great, which we went for mate. What was some other... I'm like, has somebody written the song on Genius yet for me to remember my own lyrics? But yeah, so that was fun. Honestly, you don't even know. The thing is with me and Phil, the reason why we're so busy all the time, and the reason why we make slightly less stuff than other people, is because we literally do everything for the things that we create. So it's not just saying, hey, I want to do this, you produce it and whatever, and then I'll just come like host it or put my face in front of it, and then there we go. It's like me and Phil, we have to literally do everything. And part of that is because me especially, control freak, and I feel like, no, I have a vision and I must explore it myself. But half of it is that it would just be a disaster. Like everything from the trailer for the movie, the first, if we just said, somebody else make it, and then we'll just tweet it when it... You can't even understand how much of a disaster everything would be. You, like, if you saw what the song could have been, if you saw what the trailer could have been, if you saw what the art could have been... Oh my, don't you know. So, wow. But we did it, and it's probably not worth it. I bought your song, Are You Proud? Because I Am. Yes, King Nina, thank you. Could you? Wear pastels now, said L Pink PML. Rude. You can't demand that I wear something. Please leave. I'm 18. Help me no wanna adult. It's not that bad. I mean, you've got to decide what you're doing with the rest of your life because you don't have the excuse of school to keep you busy. But the upside of that is you don't have to go to school, so it'll work out somewhere in the middle. Give me classical music recommendations. Tatinof, a composer. Pretty swag. Why you look so tanned in the cover art? What's it in right now? What can I say? It's just what's cool. What made you decide to play piano, said wonderfully Rachel. An episode of Arthur the Aardvark. Literally. There was an episode of Arthur the Aardvark where he played Feralise. And I was just so inspired by Arthur. Literally. That I was like, I want to learn to play the piano right now. And that's the origin story of Dan's questionable piano talents. Where are your earrings, said Fire Girl in a box over there. It's just forgetful. It's not a big thing. I just forget that they exist most of the time. What do you do with my crippling fear of moths, said Mankin Ginger. Don't leave windows open with bright lights on. Is basically all you have to do to to avoid that. Yeah. Woo. Did you enjoy the Twitter party? I thought that was quite fun. That was good. We destroyed the internet, really. There's a website that shows what trends, and hashtag Tatinof Twitter party trended more than anything else around the world in a 48-hour period, including the presidential debates, the Formula 1 Grand Prix in Japan, X Factor, and Strictly Come Dancing. So, sorry on our behalf to everybody who is trying to use Twitter for literally anything else. I thought that was quite funny. My sister was the one who said, I love you dearly. That was funny. Your sister's funny. Shout out to her for being in the doc. But thanks for making me smile. Oh, thanks, Emily Julie 98. Talk about the presidential election, said Emo Trash Cam. The debates, like, I'm like really into politics, and so should you be, because politics is cool, and here is a... just a Hufflepuff sock on my desk. Whatever. And so I'm like hyped to watch the debates, But the debates aren't, like, fun to watch, especially the last one. I was like, I can't wait to watch these presidential debates, but I don't know, it wasn't fun. It was just, like, distressing and worrying and stressful. Like, it didn't improve my day. It made my day more anxious because I'm worrying about the future. My birthday's in a month. Whoa, you think about your birthday a month in advance, Darla. Don't let anybody stop you. Hey, from the Met Opera family in NYC. Hey, favorite Chopin piece? What is the one? I'm such a fake fan. I'll lie. Tips on being awkward. You think I can give you tips on being awkward? Honestly, no is the answer to that. Probably. Can you see go up there in the box? Whoop. My birthday is in a month too, and everybody now is just saying my birthday's in a music recommendations. Okay, are you ready to be hit? Obviously, Boney there. You know what's a good album that came out? Solange Knowles, A Seat at the Table. In very, very excellent music. Important listening. I recommend it. Dan rates that highly. I honestly, half the things I favourite are just like instrumental, like lullaby renditions of Radiohead is something that I bought. What is wrong with me? My favourite Chopin song is Ballad No. 1 in G minor. There you go. Come to Germany! Okay. Heli and do you want to build a snowman? Ooh. Any fans of Frozen out there? You might enjoy something. Any plans of visiting Dubai? I don't know. I kind of feel like I want to avoid Dubai for ethical reasons. I reserve the right to go to Dubai for any random reason in the future, even though I said that. Your bed is wrinkled, fix it. You don't control my life, Elle. Stop attacking me right now. I'm just trying to have a good time and share some of my evening with the internet. And honestly, I don't need this. Hi, do you like Fall Out Boy, the band? Yes, Lillian. I'm practicing harp right now, said Cheyenne M. I'm sure that this right now is the best thing for harp practice. Harp is awesome. What a cool instrument. Yeah. That's good. TV recommendations. What just started on HBO? Westworld. A lot of you this won't engage with. Maybe the older ones among you, the drama likers. People think this might be the new Game of Thrones. It's an HBO series based on a Michael Crichton book. And it's about a universe where artificial intelligence is incredibly advanced and realistic. And a rich company has basically made a theme park in the desert, which is like a Wild West town, where you can do whatever you want with all these advanced artificial intelligence people. And it's about the ethical questions of what happens when artificial intelligence becomes sentient, and lots of other things. So, like, super like Battlestar Galactica, but it's great, check it out. You want to get in there so you can be one of the cool people. I was like, I started watching that last year, which is going to be everybody. It's called Westworld on HBO. How do I make friends IRL, said McKenna. You make friends on the internet, check that they're not creepy people, and then meet them eventually. Can you say hi to the single Crocs, said Emma Riley. Hey, excuse me sir, close the door. I'm not going to do that, because then the Wi-Fi might get really even worse. Why am I even watching you? Why am I even here, Michelle? Why do any of us exist? I don't even know. So, Final Fantasy 15 and Pokemon Sun and Moon are coming out at the same time. What is that about? I see you haven't story yet, says Thomas. No. Still haven't found that too. Honestly, you don't know. Guys, all I want in my life is an apartment with storage and air conditioning. That's all I want. Storage and air conditioning. Hashtag get Dan storage. Hashtag Dan needs storage. Yeah, that was it, Ella, from last week. I'm a man. Then move, dumbass. Wow, thank you. That's why I do these live shows, for the great advice. Okay. You live in London, good luck, buddy. Whoa! Coming in with the realness there. Yup. Totally. You retweeted Dan and Phil dancing. Yeah, there's this funny Twitter account that I retweeted where they pasted song dancing over various things, and it kind of worked very well with All Star, which is incredibly disturbing, let's be honest. Billboard, are you going to see it? Yes, there might be a thing related to a thing that means that we're going to be in LA later this year, so I'm going to try and get an obnoxious selfie with that giant billboard of us. So there's a couple billboards of us, but there's one, which is the one that Phil tweeted, where there's this building, and they've put a giant banner of the thing that's currently my Facebook and Twitter header as a wrap around the building, and it's like 150 feet high. So to everybody driving down Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood, there's just this absolutely oppressive, like, to scale Godzilla-sized building wrapping of Dan and Phil, which is just hilarious. Hey Dan, what have you been up to for fun? Wow, Emma, that's very weird. Do I have my phone on me? No. Well, this is going to be a cool story. Where is... Oh, it's over there. Rest in peace. I have a tail. Look at this. Wow. Look at that little guy flapping around. Don't mind me. And my phone that's really weird. So Phil is a purveyor of, like, crappy apps to get obsessed with. And the one that he recommended recently is called Rolling Sky. Phil has ruined my life with this. It's all I've been doing in the evenings. And it's just a game where you... This is like a big spawn, but I'm letting you know this because I think it's you have to try and, like, not hit any obstacles until you get to the end of a level. So like that, you see. And then you hit it. It's like, oh, I died. This game is really hard. It's really hard, but you can beat every level when you learn how to do it. And this game, the reason I think it's interesting enough to talk about to you all right now, is it does something so weird to you, psychologically, where you think that it's literally impossible. I can't do this. This is too hard for me. I'm not good enough at video games. I can't do this. And then you just learn to do it, and it's just crazy. We couldn't see it. Look, it's not that. It's called Rolling Sky. My weird thing. Look, can you see it now? Look, there we go. Oh my god, I'm just a humble ball rolling through the sky. Because they only take like 2 minutes to do, you want to do it again and again and again and again and again and again and again, and you'll do it for like a million hours and it'll ruin your life. But the reason it's cool is because you think it's impossible, and then you do it, and then you get to the next level and it's even harder, and you say it's impossible, and then you learn to do it, and it's just like... I feel like it's a microcosm of... If you practice anything, you can learn to do it. Like playing the piano, dancing, riding a kayak. But that would take like a long time. I feel like this is like some insane thing that's like people can grow and learn. So that's Dan's way too big spawn for a stupid app called Rolling Sky. There we go. Who's in the box now? It is Jack080, Liam here, Ali C123, Amazing Phil 1000, and Jenny G90. I went to the British Museum the other day. It's a museum in Britain. And it's like the cultural one. And it's an amazing museum. Like, it's one of like London's biggest cultural things. On one hand, it's really incredible and amazing and awe-inspiring. On the other hand, it's like a giant testament to how the Empire of Great Britain enslaved, raped and pillaged the entire world, and we're like, hey, Egypt, nice culture. We're going to steal that and then put it in our museums forever. Bye! This is British now because we conquered you. So on one hand, it's like, ooh, mummies. On the other hand, it's like, awkward country history. Okay, Dan, you make me smile. Thank you, Chloe. That's wonderful. Did you learn how to read sheet music? Cynthia, I can't read sheet music. My problem is I have pitch and play by ear very easily, therefore, because I can basically just hear a song and then just go like, okay, that's what it's doing. So my piano teacher used to hate me because when she'd be like, you need to learn this song by reading the sheet music, and I'd be like, okay, I'm reading the sheet, and what she'd do is she'd play it for me once, and then I'd just learn it because I'd just copy what I heard. So then it was awful because I was so lazy. I'd never learn to actually read the sheet music because once I'd played a song once, I'd just remember it, and then it was pointless. So I just had to struggle through it, literally getting a pencil and going C, D, B sharp, A, and then just going, and then that's it. So I never, and it was awful. And I think that was one of the things that made piano lessons really boring for me. I would love to make a video ranting about my piano teacher one day. Maybe that'll be some 2017 Dan Is Not On Fire content. I think that's easily a video. So it was the one thing that made learning piano too much like homework. Learning to read this sheet music, I was like, do you know the intro to the Black Parade? Yeah. B sharp is not a thing, said everybody. Amazing. My favourite note. Up. The invisible one. Anyway, what's your favourite dessert? My favourite dessert? I don't know, that's quite hard. You know what's a good dessert? They did it on Bake Off a couple of weeks ago. It's like the roll, it's like a log. It's like a meringue roll. I've forgotten what they're called. They're called like logs. And Tesco Spawn used to do this one that was like, it was like a caramel and nut ice cream meringue Swiss roll. Yeah, roulade. Thank you, all you people saying Swiss roll. Roulade. 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 It was a toffee nut roulade and shit. One of my favourite things ever. Caramel and pecan roulade. Existential dill. I've probably mentioned before you this, or I've mentioned this before, which I think I have, and you remember that, in which case you need to stop watching Dan and Phil content. You're in way too deep, because you remembered that it's a toffee and pecan roulade from Tesco. Wow. Anyway, get it right. Alright. FOH with your Swiss roll. I just started working out, said Sherry. Good luck. Dan, you charted higher than Kanye. Yeah, that was... yeah, it was cool. Your song 21 Part. A lot of people have actually. Ooh, Phil said he was going to order pizza. Alive. Green Day album. To listen to that. Phil, was that our pizza? Yeah. Bye. You don't need to talk to you. No, it's fine. We've got a couple minutes. So, yeah. There we go. It's been a fun, crazy week. Our Tatinof movies are out there in the world. So many of you from a, you know, creative or just into cool of trivia have so many questions about the randomest stuff in the show. Like, how did you make this? How did this work? Why did you do this? What was the meaning of this? Did you want us to take this in this way? In the documentary, this happened. I put this and this together and I noticed this. And I understand that there's like an impossible amount of things like that. So over the next forever, feel free to just like randomly ask me shit. And there we go. Because it'll be fine. Your stupid earbuds are annoying me. That's a mess. How did that happen? Yeah, good luck me untangling that. So there we go. If you're in America, New Zealand or whatever, it's on YouTube Red. If you're on Google Play or on the YouTube video, no rush to get it. Out. If you're going to get anything, buy the song because it funds cancer research. It's really good. There's a live stream on Saturday. Loads of YouTubers are doing it, raising money for cancer research on YouTube. So tune in. Dill's Honeymoon, Spooky Week. And there's still a couple other things. Like, we did a couple other cool tour-related things. Phil's going to put something up from the documentary that works so video, because a lot of people haven't seen it yet. They're just regular subscribers. So we're definitely going to... I think that'll be after my next live show, though, so it'll be okay. So there's still a couple cool Tatinof-related things that we're going to put up that we did at the same time. And I'll probably see you next week. What am I doing next week? I'll see you next Tuesday at 9 o'clock. Us. Don't even need to say goodbye to you. See you in 5 days. Have a good weekend. Yeah. Have fun. Music. Watch a show that relaxes you. Get a massage, perhaps. And just have a nice weekend. And I'll choose.